Hey basketball guys, we have news. Let's go to more Los Angeles Lakers news, but first don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. Austin Reaves is identified with the Lakers and with the fans. But he decided to turn down the contract extension in order to earn a much higher salary. Either the Lakers pay what Reaves wants and deserves, or he will be a free agent and leave the Lakers for free. And many teams are interested in Austin Reaves, and he could be the bait to bring a third star to the purple and gold. News during the 2025 draft: Lakers fans do not approve of the news that the player turned down the contract extension offer and could leave the Lakers. Austin Reaves, the Los Angeles Lakers' 27-year-old shooting guard, was one of 3 players singled out by the team's president of basketball operations Ron Pelinka as pillars of the team, at Pelinka's season-ending press briefing May 1. Considering that the other 2 were LeBron James and Luka Doncic, that's pretty good company for a fourth-year player who signed with Los Angeles as an undrafted free agent in 2021. The former Oklahoma Sooners star didn't reach that lofty point without taking risks. His first was telling the Detroit Pistons not to draft him 4 years ago. Learning that Detroit planned to take him in the second round and sign him to a 2-way deal, Reaves and his agent gambled that he could find a team willing to give him a guaranteed roster spot instead. That team turned out to be the Lakers, so Reaves' gamble paid off. Reaves just bet on himself again, in a big way. Now, Reaves just took another big gamble. According to reporting by Dan Woik, Lakers correspondent for The Athletic, the Arkansas native who since college has gone by the nickname Hillbilly Kobe, has now formally declined a max extension with the Lakers this week that would have paid him $89.2 million over the next 4 seasons. Reaves will enter the 2025 to 2026 season in the 3rd season of the 4-year, $53.8 million deal he signed with the Lakers before the 2023 to 2024 campaign. That sum represented a stunning return on Reaves' earlier, draft night bet on himself. His current contract allows Reaves to opt out and hit the unrestricted free agent market after the upcoming season, a market in which, Reaves is now betting, he can command significantly more than the $89.2 million the Lakers are permitted to offer him. That leaves Los Angeles 2 options: keep Reaves for what will likely be just 1 season, and build around the pillars through trades and free agent signings, in an all-out attempt to go for it. Or, Pistons predicted to trade Jalen Duren to Lakers for star guard this offseason. The Detroit Pistons are coming off an incredible season that saw them turn their franchise completely around. Of course, the Pistons finished with the worst record in the NBA the prior 2 seasons before finishing 6th in the Eastern Conference and making the playoffs last season. Now Detroit enters the offseason looking to build around their young core led by Cade Cunningham as they try to chase a championship next season. 019. While the Pistons have been linked to many players thus far, including Naz Reid and Miles Turner, they could also look to upgrade their backcourt alongside Cunningham this summer. With this in mind, Bleacher Report's Zach Buckley recently released a mock trade that would send Jalen Duren to the Los Angeles Lakers for a star guard. In the trade, Buckley has the Pistons sending Duren, Simone Fontecchio, and the number 37 pick in the 2025 NBA draft to the Lakers for Austin Reaves. Reaves is a good enough shooter to share the floor with Cunningham and a clever enough creator to keep the offense moving without him, Buckley wrote. The fact Reaves is a plus shooter from distance should look especially appealing to Detroit, since there are non-shooters in its young core, Ozar Thompson, Ronald Holland II, and net shredders among its free agents, Malik Beasley, Tim Hardaway Jr. This would be a massive trade for both teams as the Lakers would finally acquire their replacement for Anthony Davis and upgrade their center position while the Pistons would add a much-needed outside shooter to their lineup. Of course, the Lakers have shown no interest in trading Reaves, but with the Athletics report that he turned down a 4-year, $90 million max extension earlier in the week, they may make him available. If that does end up happening, the Pistons would be a great fit as he would be a great scoring option for them next to Cunningham in the backcourt, though they would need to find a replacement for Duren this summer. 3 possible trade destinations for Reaves. If the Lakers choose to part ways with Reaves, here are 3 possibilities for where he could end up, and what the Lakers could get back. Utah Jazz. the Lakers are badly in need of a center, especially after dealing away future Hall of Famer Anthony Davis, who preferred to play power forward anyway, but was required to take over the 5 spot because Los Angeles simply didn't have anyone else. Walker Kessler at age 23 would give the storied franchise a young, and largely cost-controlled 7-foot rim protector who placed third in Rookie of the Year voting in 2023, and who has averaged 2.4 blocked shots over his 196 NBA games. The Lakers are known to have shown strong interest in acquiring Kessler, and according to information from reporter Andy Larson of the Salt Lake Tribune, they have actually had an offer on the table for Kessler since the in-season trade deadline. Detroit Pistons, if they deal away Reaves, the Lakers could go in a different direction than a Kessler trade would represent, instead attempting to extract 23-year-old, 2022 first-round draft pick, number 5 overall out of Purdue, Jaden Ivey. But while Ivey would bring a dimension of explosiveness and speed that the Lakers do not get from Reaves, the younger player represents a defensive downgrade, and has tended to lag behind Reaves in shooting efficiency and quality shot selection. Nonetheless, if the Lakers feel they must cut ties with Reaves, Ivey would be capable of filling his role alongside James and Doncic, even if he does not quite rise to pillar status. Dallas Mavericks, would the Lakers once again attempt to extract a star player from the Mavs, after the instantly infamous Doncic deal? The Mavericks this week signed center Daniel Gafford to a 3-year, $54 million extension, a contract that allows Gafford to be traded. With 8-time All-Star guard Kyrie Irving expected to miss all, or at least most, of the upcoming season with knee surgery, Dallas needs a shooting guard to take his place, and to help get the ball to number 1 overall draft pick Cooper Flagg. Los Angeles Lakers make bold draft trade to solve center crisis. The Los Angeles Lakers need a center, and everyone in the league knows that. Rob Pelinka, their GM, talked recently about how they are going to address the center situation this summer. They will have 2 avenues to find a center, via the draft or free agency. Los Angeles Lakers make bold draft trade to solve center crisis. The Lakers recently traded their 55th overall pick and cash considerations to the Chicago Bulls for the 45th overall pick. That move should give them a bit more chance to draft a quality center who can fill 10 to 15 minutes per game. They are not getting someone like Derek Lively to pair with Luka Doncic in the draft, that is for sure. But if they can find a backup, and hope to sign or trade for a starting quality center, they would be fine. Right now, they have no center on their roster. Best centers left in the draft. The Lakers probably hope to move further up in the draft, but for now, this is what they are getting. There might be some quality backup centers when they pick. The best center left in the draft according to mock drafts is Maxime Reynaud, but he will almost certainly be gone by the time the Lakers pick. The Boston Celtics are widely regarded as his landing spot. Ryan Kalkbrenner is another solid center who will surely be off the board. The Charlotte Hornets, after trading away Mark Williams, might be interested in getting Ryan, an experienced center who can operate in the pick-and-roll effectively. The Lakers' best hope is that one of Johnny Broom, Rocco Zikarsky, and Vladislav Golden will be available. Those are not names that the Lakers fans will get excited about. But all 3 can provide some solid backup minutes. Broom, for example, is a physical center who can play inside out and has a good feel for the game. He was a finalist for the Wooden Award. Zikarsky might be too young for the Lakers to consider, but he has massive size and good defensive potential. Golden might be their best option, a seasoned senior with size and length. He can play above the rim, but he lacks the quickness to guard in space. Do the Lakers have money for free agency? Right now, the Lakers have $191 million in committed salary for the 2025-26 season. That can change, depending on what happens with the player options of LeBron James and Dorian Finney-Smith. But in all likelihood, the Lakers will remain below the first apron, and above the luxury tax for next season. Projections for the luxury tax are at $187 million, while the first apron is projected at $195.9 million. If they end up below the luxury tax, the Los Angeles Lakers will have the non-tax mid-level exception to offer to a center, which is $14 million. If they are above the tax, the Lakers can offer only $5 million as a tax mid-level exception. They can also explore the trade market and hope to get a center, but they tried that at the deadline and didn't find success. Concerning Dorian Finney-Smith, report emerges for Lakers ahead of free agency. The Los Angeles Lakers' 2024-25 season ended in disappointment in the form of a first-round exit at the hands of the Minnesota Timberwolves, but there were positives to take from it. The Lakers were the third seed in the Western Conference with a 50-32 record, and Dorian Finney-Smith played his part in their success. The Lakers acquired Finney-Smith from the Brooklyn Nets in December 2024, and he was exactly what the doctor ordered. They desperately needed an excellent 3-and-D wing, and he played like one. Finney-Smith averaged 7.9 points, 3.6 rebounds, 1.4 assists, 0.9 steals and 0.3 blocks per game for the Lakers in 2024-25 while shooting 39.8% from the field. The Lakers acquired Finney-Smith knowing that he could potentially hit free agency in 2025. The 32-year-old has a $15.4 million player option for 2025-26, and it's unclear as to what he plans to do with it. A return to the Lakers, one way or the other, for Finney-Smith had still seemed like the likely outcome, but it would appear that's not a guarantee. NBA insider Shams Charania stated on Get Up that the veteran's future is one of the biggest concerns for the Lakers at the moment. The other concern there is Dorian Finney-Smith, his free agency, Charania said on Get Up. What interest is out there for him? He's got a player option that he's got to decide by the end of the month. June 29 is the deadline for Finney-Smith to exercise that player option, so we'll find out his decision soon enough. You'd expect the Lakers to try their best to re-sign him if he does opt out. Lakers reportedly engaging in talks to add wing this offseason. The Los Angeles Lakers know that the center position is the biggest need that they are looking to fill. That's the clear top priority for the team as this offseason goes along. They didn't make any trades during the first round of the NBA draft to help facilitate that. They also didn't make any picks because they didn't have any available. Center isn't the only position that they need to find an upgrade for. They also need a more defensive-minded forward. They might trade for one at some point this summer, too. There are some rumors that are picking up steam that the Lakers could make a move for a forward sooner rather than later. In fact, they are in active discussions about it right now. According to ESPN's Brian Windhorst, the Lakers are in active discussions to add a forward via trade. It's unclear what forwards they are looking at, but they seem to have one in mind. Los Angeles needs to get a center to help support the frontcourt before they solve whatever issue they have at forward. LeBron James isn't getting any younger, so they need to win now. The Lakers are thinking that they can compete in the Western Conference despite how good every other team in the conference is. They were the 3 seed this year, but lost in the first round. Part of the reason they lost is that they didn't have enough defense to keep the Timberwolves from getting to the rim. It's an issue that they have to fix before they get into next year. Los Angeles might be able to acquire both a center and a forward from the same team, depending on the team they are engaging in talks with. They need to find guys who can fit with James and Luka Doncic. It won't be Mark Williams, who actually got traded to the Suns. Phoenix didn't seem as worried about his physical as the Lakers were. That's a decision that the Lakers could ultimately regret. Lakers predicted to acquire 12X-time All-Star, former $120 million point guard Tyler Rourke. 1 hour ago 3:13 p.m. GMT-3. The Los Angeles Lakers disappointed most people this past postseason, getting eliminated from the playoffs in the first round as the third seed in the West. During the first round of the 2025 NBA draft, they surprisingly were one of the few teams not to make a single draft pick or transaction, letting their fans down heavily. Luckily, Bleacher Report's Zach Buckley expects them to make a move to bring in a solidified star. Are conditions right for Chris Paul to finally join the purple and gold? Well, it sounds like he'd prefer being near his family in LA, and this would allow him to suit up alongside his longtime friend, LeBron James, Buckley said Wednesday. Not to mention, the Lakers' backup point guard situation wasn't great this past season, And it could worsen if they need to use Gabe Vincent as a salary matcher in an offseason trade. Would Paul be content with a backup role? Given how limited his options to start appear, the market may not offer another opportunity. If he's good with being a reserve, then he should be good with being a Laker. Paul would join the Lakers as one of the best backup point guards in the league, and tons of experience to help them make that championship push. He is an 11-time All-NBA player and a 9-time All-Defensive player, as well as second in the league's all-time assists category. Still chasing the championship trophy in what would be his 21st season, Los Angeles could be a great place to do so. Lakers looking to make another big draft trade, report. The Los Angeles Lakers held the number 55 pick in the 2025 NBA draft entering the second day. But after a trade with the Chicago Bulls, Los Angeles now owns the number 45 pick in the second round. However, it seems that Los Angeles may not be done just yet. According to NBA insider Broderick Turner of the Los Angeles Times, the Lakers may be aiming to go even higher to land a specific player. People around the league said the Lakers are trying to put themselves in position to draft center Ryan Kalkbrenner out of Creighton University. Kalkbrenner is older at 23, but he's 7-1 and averaged 19.4 points and 9.0 rebounds last season, and he shot 66.3% from the field and 34% from three-point range, Turner wrote. If the Lakers are targeting Kalkbrenner, they may need to move up in the draft again. Kalkbrenner has been a hot name in draft circles, and he could fill a real need for the Lakers' frontcourt. At Creighton last season, Kalkbrenner averaged 19.2 points, 8.7 rebounds, 1.5 assists, and 2.7 blocks per game. The big man could help Los Angeles upgrade the frontcourt, which is the biggest need for the Lakers as the offseason gets going. Kalkbrenner also improved his three-point shooting in each season in college, coming in at 34.4% last year. While he isn't a knockdown shooter, he could at least help space the floor a little bit. This could be one way for the Lakers to add a center without it costing them too much against the salary cap. Los Angeles has wanted to get younger and more athletic this summer, and this could be the perfect way to make that happen.